Hey guys, R. Pelton 1 here, coming to you from a really cool little shelter at one of our state parks. My home state has fantastic state parks and even national parks too. And there's tons of trails, and there's canoeing, and there's all kinds of things you can do here. This particular one is only 25 minutes from my house, and I live right in the city. So check out your state parks. There's a lot of really cool and I think really undiscovered jewels out there that people I don't think really take advantage of. So check them out. It's a wild place to be, man, and I absolutely love it. But I'm coming to you today with a pack review. And this is something I picked up recently because my old pack wore out on me. This is the REI Flash 22 pack. My last pack was a Flash 24 that I ran for years and years. I've taken it to Nepal and all over the world, and it finally ripped. A buckle broke, and it was just time to replace it. So I picked this guy up, and I've taken it out a couple of times, and it's an awesome pack, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go through the features of this pack and also show you what I packed for today's outing. Let me get rid of this thing. The one thing I will say is that this is a 22 liter. My last one was a 24 liter, so I was a little bummed that I lost a little bit of capacity. But I'll tell you something, the upgraded features to this pack really make up for that, those 2 liters lost. So I'm going to show those to you right now. The big thing that I noticed on this pack is it's got a big front zippered pocket now. That runs, it runs from here to here, and it is big. See, it runs this whole way. And what's really cool is you can keep things in here that you need readily accessible. Like these are rain pants. Today is 39 degrees and raining off and on. So I wore these, or I'm gonna wear these if it downpours on my way out. So I keep that, but in this pocket you can keep all kinds of stuff, and it is huge. I really dig it. On the lid, it's got a pocket as well, again for quick access items. And here I have a headlamp. For today being rainy. This pack is not waterproof, it's water resistant. So if it does start to downpour, I like to keep sensitive items like phones and things like that in here just in case it rains. But just in case it gets dark and I need to find my way out. But again, a really big pocket, for up here. Oh, it's a butter knife. Okay. So if I flip it to the side here, it's got two on either side. It's got 2 really good roomy water bottle pockets. The one thing that I did find last time I was out is I carried my larger Nalgene bottle, my 32-ounce bottle. This one's a 24 and it fits perfectly. But the 32-ounce, the big Nalgene, had a tendency to fall out when I bent over. So if I bent over to pick something off the ground, the Nalgene would just fall out on the ground, and it kind of sucked. But I chose to bring this one today because it was a little thinner profile, and it hasn't fallen out at all as I bent over in tied shoes and whatever. So maybe it's just the smaller girth of the bottle that doesn't lend it. There's probably more surface area that it contacts. But just to let you know, if you carry an Nalgene in it, it may slip out if you want to bend over. So it was kind of annoying. It does have all kinds of lashing points as well. It's got a little loop here, a little loop here, and the same for this side. I'm not exactly sure what they're for, but I'm thinking if you wanted to lash something to the outside, you can run a bungee here, right around front, and crisscross, and you can hold things to the outside. But it's really good to have these kinds of little tie-outs and things, to lash that kind of stuff. It also has the shot-corded bungee here, to hold your trekking poles. A lot of packs have that. I'm not a trekking pole kind of guy, especially on a day hike like this. Then on the bottom it has the little webbing, the little web loop to hook your other end of the pole in. The really cool thing about this is this little webbing thing. If you're not going to use it, they literally designed a finger-sized pocket right here to specifically fit this loop in. They kind of really thought of anything. I think it's a little unnecessary, but you just tuck the webbing loop right in there into this pocket. It's out of the way, and you wouldn't even know it's there unless you paid attention to it. As far as the the strap side goes, really good, sturdy, ventilated strap. It is It's got, you can see through it, so it's going to breathe very, very well. But the thing that I noticed is the stitching on here and the material itself is thicker and a lot more sturdy, a lot more robust than my last pack. So I don't think this is going to rip anytime soon like my last one did. It's also got the drink tube hole in there, so you can run your drink tube down either strap here, so you're good to go. Then you come on down to your sternum strap, which is pretty standard, a really good solid buckle with an emergency whistle on it. I'm a big proponent of sternum straps. If a pack doesn't have a sternum strap, I don't buy it. That's just the way I am. It also comes with a waist strap too, but for a pack like this, I don't think a waist strap is needed, so I just took it off. They added some ventilation panels on here. I don't think they're going to do anything at all. It's just going to sit flat against your back anyway. It looks cool, but I don't think it's very functional. In order for this to work, these would actually have to stand off to get some circulation, but they're flat, so it's not going to do anything for you. Cool, but silly in execution, in my opinion. I'm going to flip into the main body of the pack here and show you what I have. The really cool part about it is on the back side of it, there's a big sleeve again, like a water bladder sleeve that you can slide down into there. And there's also a small, like a thin foam pad that you can take out of here and use it as a sit pad if you want. Otherwise, you could probably slip an iPad down in there, or maybe like a Thermarest sit pad or something like that. And then on the other side of it, there's two little gadget pockets right on the back here, so you can slip, maybe a camp saw, some snacks, little gadgets in here. There's two of those in here. But other than those pockets and this little, key ring keeper, the rest of it is just a main dump style pack body. Here's a shot of inside the pack. As you can see, here's the big sleeve that runs all the way to the bottom. Here's your little keeper for your bladder, but it's got these two little pockets here, one on either side, and they're only about 6 inches, 6 inches deep or something like that, but hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit of a better angle. So, and then in here I got my lunch. I got a Mountain House chili mac with beef, the absolute best Mountain House there is. Chili mac is my favorite. You can't go wrong. If you ever go to the store, just pick up one of the things. They're awesome. So I'm gonna chow that up today. I got my cook kit to cook that up in. Snow Peak titanium pocket rocket stove. So I'm gonna boil that up and boil some water and get that rolling. And to help wash it down, I have Stand Apart Casper, Casper White Stout. I don't know, it seems kind of cool. There's a white buffalo on it. What does it say? Adventurous brews with a twist. So I'm going to wash that down. I'm interested. I like stouts and things like that. Not a big IPA guy, but and then to kind of top my lunch off, I got a Panera cookie candy, and I got a muffin. I think it's like a pumpkin muffin or something like that. So I'll chow that down here in a little bit. And then I also have my outer EQ hammock. I did a review on that, along with the straps. I haven't found a place to really strap it up. Maybe I'll try it in the shelter just to see if it'll work, but it's pretty chilly. But I knew it was going to be chilly, so I brought a fleece blanket just to get all cozy, cuddly in, when I get chilly, so I got that. But the REI pack is fantastic. It's a 5-star rating in my book, and I have a REI literally 3 miles from my house, so I'm in there all the time, and I always get to look at a lot of their gear. But what's really cool about REI is they do a lot of colorations too. This is the Oregano color, and they do a lot of colors for all their gear, so I think that's really cool. And the other thing that I really like about this pack is if you're going on an extended trip using a bigger pack or a suitcase or something like that, if you're going to go on a week-long backpacking trip or hiking up in the Himalayas like I've done, you can take this pack, roll it up, fairly small, and put that in your bigger pack or your suitcase, bring it to wherever you're going, like your base camp, pull this thing out, and you can go out on the town, the city you're visiting. You can take it maybe for a little quick half-day hike to a lake up in a mountain or something while you leave all your big stuff down at base camp. So that's what I really liked about it is the packability, and you can just bring it everywhere you go. And there's nothing to it. I mean, that's what I like. For your big heavy loads and your multi-dayers, get your frame packs and things like that, you're fine. But something like this for a day hike is absolutely perfect. So the REI Flash 22, if you're thinking about it, I recommend getting it. I love it, and I'm glad I did. So this is going to go out with me quite a bit now. So there it is. I appreciate you watching. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button, and I got a lot of other reviews, and I got some really cool reviews coming up too of some of the other gadgets that I picked up. But until next time, I really appreciate you watching. Get out there, enjoy some of those state parks, because they are a ton of fun to be had. So thanks for watching. Take care. What? Don't judge me.